guys, Dietitians of Dallas here for this week's Food for Thought. And today I want to talk about nutrition and how it relates to our mental health. There's no denying that mental health is an issue in this country. Overall health is also on the decline in this country as well. And we have to stop ignoring the fact that those two have something to do with each other, that if our nutrition is poor, maybe it has an effect on our mental health. And the reason that I wanted to do this video today, and I know some of you won't like what I have to say, which is okay, but it is my honest opinion and what I see in my practice. But the reason I want to do this video today is because I'm flat out tired of seeing our younger population on all of these anxiety and depression medications where we don't hesitate to increase the dosage or start another pill, but we ignore the fact that their lifestyle is complete garbage. You know, we're eating really poorly, we're inactive, but we'll increase that medication for you. We have to stop doing that. There needs to be a stopping point to where we're introducing all these chemicals into the body and we focus on what naturally is going on. Now, I am not denying whatsoever that anxiety and depression are a real thing. There are a lot of people that need the medication, but I do feel like the part of lifestyle is being ignored, especially in our younger population. So I want to talk about what it actually means to have our nutrition in check, to have that good mental health and have the brain working the way it's supposed to. So our brain and our stomach do talk to each other, and it's beyond just, we know we're hungry. We know when we're full. Our brain and our stomach are connected through the vagus nerve. And so our stomach has a direct impact on neurotransmitters, those things that fire off mood, anxiety, depression, happiness. Our stomach has direct part in how those are going to work. And that starts with making sure our gut is healthy. So I'm sure many of you have heard about gut microbiome, functional nutrition, things like that's becoming a little bit more popular. And if you've worked with me or any of my dietitians, we always focus on like probiotics and getting the gut healthy. So that is the first step. If your gut already isn't healthy because you are eating a lot of processed foods, that's something you want to look at. Work on working in like a probiotic. I always recommend kefir. If that's not for you, there's other probiotics out there that are great, but that is the first thing you want to do. If your GI tract is not in check or you kind of know something's off, that's the first thing to think about, because that means your stomach might be impacting the way those neurotransmitters are firing off. The second thing to think about is what our brain actually runs on. So we think about macronutrients a lot, oh, my proteins, fats, carbs are good, I'm set for the day, but we really underestimate minerals and vitamins, and those are micronutrients. Those are what we get from fruits and vegetables. So our brain does have a minimum requirement that it needs of those fruits and vegetables each day to actually run properly. And when we say run properly, it means handle stress, increase cortisol levels, dopamine release. That's a proper function of the brain, which the human body should be able to do if it's given what it's needed. Now, if you're thinking, I don't eat fruits or vegetables at all, okay, that's something to consider. So if you feel like you're stressed out a lot, you don't sleep well, you feel your heart racing throughout the day, well, your body might not be responding to these outside stressors because it doesn't have what it needs to do that. Our body needs more than just proteins, fats, and carbs in there. There have been several studies that are published and are currently being done with the antioxidants in leafy green vegetables and those dark fruits that actually have a direct impact on the brain and neurotransmitter function. So when we think about that, it's like, okay, well, if I do feel stressed out, I'm not sleeping well, I do eat a lot of fast food, a lot of restaurant food. That's a lot of preservatives in there that the body simply cannot run on. So that'd be a good step to add into. You think about a probiotic and then simply start adding in 1 or 2 fruits or vegetables a day. It doesn't have to be a perfect overnight change, but start implementing these foods in there. And the next thing to think about is your physical activity level. If you're inactive, you probably will be depressed, you will be stressed out, and you will not handle stress well because the fight or flight response is overactive and your heart will not be able to kind of calm itself back down. So when we think about exercise, it makes the heart stronger, which means when there's a stressor, your heart rate will go up, but it is able and strong enough to bring that heart rate back down. So you have the neurotransmitter release that helps the stress, and the heart muscle is physically strong enough to accommodate that job as well. If you're inactive, your heart already is not as strong as it can be. And so that's the other piece that we need too, where it's like, yes, you do feel stressed out. It is harder for you to calm down because your heart physically is not used to being under any stress, whether it's intentional and beneficial stress or if it's like an outside factor that's causing the actual, stress response. So when I have, especially my younger patients that say, oh, my anxiety medication is no longer working, I feel more depressed, but you're spending hours on social media, you're inactive, and you're eating kind of junk, then that's something to consider too, because we can't expect our body to fire on all cylinders when we're not even giving it the basic natural foods they were put on this earth for. So fruits and vegetables were only made to make the human body run. If you're not getting any of those, then you can't really expect much from your body because it won't be able to respond. Now, again, I'm not bashing anyone that's on any anxiety or depression medications. I fully support anyone who is on that. I just want everyone to start thinking about what their lifestyle is first before they either increase the medication they're currently on or start a medication or seek that route. Because if you know you're going to be compliant with those medications, allow yourself to be compliant with the foods. Let foods be your medicine. There's a reason that saying was created, because it is the truth. So let me know what you guys think. Drop any questions or comments below, and I'll have a couple of easy tips after the video on how to just incorporate easily these foods into your diet and some good probiotics. But I will see you guys next week, and stay healthy.